Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Star Trek. This is the original series. This is season 1, episode number 4. This episode is called The Enemy Within. Been a bit of a while since I watched one of these. Pretty close to 2 years actually since I last watched. I think the last episode I watched was Mud's Women, and that was the episode where we found ourselves on this planet where this guy was basically selling these beautiful women to these men. We're taking this like a concoction to make themselves appear to these men as these most exotic, beautiful women because they didn't really have the self-esteem to believe that they were beautiful regardless of what their outward appearance was. And it was an interesting one to see because we saw how these men initially treat these women to see how they then treat them once they realized that what they saw wasn't exactly how these women looked, to then this one guy who was an asshole turn around and basically be like, actually maybe looks aren't everything. And it was an interesting one. It wasn't something I expected so early on in the series actually to have like an episode like that. So it's going to be interesting to see what this one's about because the enemy within makes it seem like there's somebody possibly on the Enterprise that we can't trust. So let's go. Look at the dog.
Temperature's starting to drop.
Yeah. At night it gets down to 120 degrees below zero.
Why's it got a horn?
That's nippy.
Fell off that bank, sir. Cut my hand.
Let's see. Get back to the ship. Report to the sick bay.
Why does Zulu have a dog?
Locked onto you.
Oh, something's going to have got into his blood.
No choice.
Infected. Oh.
What happened? I took a flop. Onto what? I don't know. Some kind of yellow war.
Like medic. Decontaminate that uniform.
Yes, sir.
And himself?
That acted like a burnout.
Hello? Or what?
Specimen gathering mission on planet Alpha 177.
Oh,
Unknown to any of us during this time.
not anymore.
A duplicate of me, some strange alter ego, had been created by the transporter malfunction.
That's cool.
Picked a good day, Fisher. Business has been lousy. What'd you do? Take a fall on purpose so you could get a little vacation?
Sorry, I'm Brandy.
Back to duty status, Fisher. I have no sympathy for clumsiness.
Yes, sir.
What can I do for you, Jim?
I said give me the brandy!
Is this going to be like the bad side of Kirk? Like a Jekyll and Hyde?
Yeah.
Do people not lock their doors around here?
Come in.
Dr. McCoy seemed to think that I should check on you.
That's nice. Come on, Spark. I know that look. What is it?
Well, our good doctor said that you were acting like a wild man, demanded brandy.
Our good doctor's been putting you on again.
No. This dog is the most adorable thing.
What is it, Scotty?
Transporter breakdown, sir. Continue circuit testing. We beamed up this animal and... Well, look for yourself. It's in this specimen case.
Yes?
A few seconds after they sent this one up through the transporter.
That one
duplicate
arrived.
appeared. Except it's not a duplicate. It's an opposite. Two of the same animal, but different.
It is
One
like
gentle,
Jekyll and Hyde.
this. One mean and fierce. We don't dare send Mr. Sulu and the landing party up. If this should happen to a man...
It already has.
Captain, starting me.
I brought brandy.
Can I help you, Captain?
Jim will do here, Janet.
Oh.
We've both been pretending too long. Stop pretending. Come here, James. Don't fight.
Oh God, are they going to know where he went? Duped. He went all in.
Just a minute.
Bloody hell. Oh. Get help, dude.
I had to fight you, scratch your face.
Look at me.
Dude.
Look at my face.
She's traumatized.
Are there any scratches?
I'm sure I scratched you. I was frightened. Maybe
Yeoman, I was in my room. It wasn't me.
Fisher saw you too.
Yes.
It wasn't me.
It was you, sir.
You know what you're saying?
No one's put two and two together yet
I know what
about
I'm
the
saying.
dog.
On the planet's surface, temperatures are beginning to drop. Our landing party there in growing jeopardy due to the malfunction of the ship's transporter. An unexplained duplicate of myself
And the dog.
definitely exists.
When Fisher came up, his soup was covered with a soft yellow ore. It had highly unusual properties. May have caused an overload. Can't tell. Not yet.
And it just happened to be
Did the
Fisher that
transporter work at all?
spotted the other
Yes, sir.
Kirk.
But we don't dare bring up the landing party.
About your double, Captain.
I wonder whose dog this
Yes,
was.
Yes. I'll have to find him. Search parties. Mr. Spock, organize search parties.
Can't take a chance on killing it. We have no previous experience, no way of knowing what would happen to you.
Yeah, they could be linked.
That's right, we don't know.
What if they hurt him, it hurts him?
The men have to be harmed. The imposter may be identified by scratches on his face.
All the instincts in this one will kick in to survive.
by scratches on his face. Report to Mr. Spock for assignment.
Is he just going to try and find makeup?
Something.
About the phaser weapons to be set for stunning force and lock.
Oh, yes. All hand phasers must be set on base cycle. Stunning force.
Oh, look at that. That'll do. As if that was so simple.
Apparently, this double, however different in temperament, has your knowledge of the ship.
Yes. Where would
Its
he
crew,
go?
its devices.
Where would you go?
Where would you go to elude a mass search?
Thank you.
The lower levels.
Are we going to get a face-off between the three of them?
You can't hurt me. You can't kill me.
Because he kills that part of himself if he does, I guess. What if we send them both down to the planet at the same time? Will they become one?
I don't need you.
Your negative side, removed from you. The power of command begins to elude you.
What is your point, Mr. Spock?
We've got to
If the power of command
reconnect.
continues to weaken, you'll soon be unable to function as captain. You must be prepared for that.
Look at Bones, he's like,
You're an
shit.
elect, Jim. You can fight with that.
Now 41 degrees below zero.
Wrap him in. Wrap him in.
It shouldn't be much longer.
Do you think you might be able to find a long rope somewhere and lower us down a pot of hot coffee?
I'll see what we can do. He's not dying. Yes, he is.
Shit.
Help me. How can he die? How can I survive without him? I don't know, Jim.
Send them both back down.
Here's my hand.
Balance each other out.
Jim, he is back.
We found a way to get the transporter working, sir.
We've attached some bypass and leader circuits to compensate for the difference, tied directly into the impulse engines. There shouldn't be more than a 5-point variation in the velocity balance. I suggest we send the animal through.
Oh, so cute.
Shock of putting them back together seems to have been too much for him.
He's dead. We have to take the chance, Bones. Their lives.
Suppose it wasn't shock, Jim. Suppose death was caused by a transporter malfunction.
Oh, the shot that you gave the dog.
They'd die anyway.
Somebody make the decision.
Spock will.
Are you relinquishing your command, Captain?
No. Mr. Spock, ready the transporter room.
There it is.
Bones, continue the autopsy.
Oh! Are they dead?
Sulu. Here. 170. Below. Can't wait. No time.
Bless his heart.
Mr. Sulu.
Hold on to him, Captain.
Mr. Spock,
Captain.
if this doesn't work,
You're in charge. That poor lady's expecting him to turn up at her quarters as well, and he'll know nothing about it.
Jim. Get those men aboard fast.
I loved the whole Jekyll and Hyde aspect of this story. I kind of caught it quite fast though, like pretty fast, but it was still really enjoyable. That poor little dog, or the two dogs having to be in those little suits, and then, you know, there was a bad dog, an angry dog, and then the good placid dog. Just like the cutest thing I've ever seen. And then the animal, the creature as they called it, not surviving because it couldn't intellectually understand what had happened. And so when it came back through on the transport, the shock of being separated and then put back together, it killed the poor thing. And oh, that was really sad. That was like the worst thing about this episode for me, actually. It's also really interesting that we seem to be getting quite hard-hitting subject matters so early on. Like last episode we had Mud's women, and then this episode we had this aggressive side of Kirk where he's basically attempting to rape someone on his crew. And I was a bit like shit and taken aback by it. Actually, I just never expected that at all. But the overall message of seeing that, you know, that horrible side of you that exists in everybody so you can kind of face your own demons was an interesting angle for them to kind of go down. The lady seemed to forgive him quite easily, which I also found interesting. And it was nice to see kind of Spock being there as kind of Kirk's kind of backbone, really, and Bones as well, kind of helping him with these decisions and then saying to him, actually, this isn't a decision we make, you need to make it. But I 100% kind of clicked that, you know, the angry Kirk would probably be like, we're not being put back together again. And he was quite deceptive, actually, which was interesting. And we could see how much Kirk was kind of losing faith in himself because this brave, courageous side of him was, you know, out there in the world doing his own thing. So it was an interesting one to watch this. I'm just going to sign up and say thank you, and I will see you guys later. So thank you.